This next award is quite a poignant award, and this is one that is new this year and one that will remain for years moving forward. A young man called Nick Lenhart, who I know a lot of people in here know him or knew him and his family, unfortunately took his own life a few weeks ago. Nick played for the boys varsity team as a senior. Was a terrific kid. Wasn't the most gifted player in the world, but he worked. Whatever he had to do, he would do it. If he played 1 minute, if he played every minute, he didn't care. He was just good to have around. We have a thing where if we win 2 games in a week, then that Friday practice is a swag day, where we dress up, wearing stupid things, pretty much like what Michael Mann is wearing right now, actually. We kind of, this is your punishment for losing in that game day, yeah. And we had a Nick Lenhart day. He was big into his CrossFit, and everyone bought props and stuff, and it was kind of, we would celebrate the people that were kind of unique or different or had a passion, and he was just a great person to have around. He was a very physical player. I asked him to play tough, so much so that he injured our captain at the time, Su Young, and kept him out of the first week of the season because he almost broke his ankle in practice. But Nick was just a great kid. I spoke to his family, and it was a little bit too much for them to be here tonight. But he was just such a nice kid to have around the place, and was a great human being. And this person, I think, is a very deserving recipient of this award. I didn't really know this kid too much until he came to tryouts. Again, very similar to Nick. One of the funniest kids I've ever worked with. Will one day hopefully stop talking about himself in the third person. But this person has been a huge addition to the team this year. On the sidelines, he's funny. At practice, he's good. There was a time, I think, away at Walpole where we had a free kick to, I think, defend. And he was on the bench, and we had a timeout, and so he went on to defend it. Ball went out of bounds, he came out again. Not a problem. Wasn't annoyed, wasn't upset, wasn't pissed, was just happy to play a part. Whatever he was asked to do, he did it with no fuss. And that was typical of something that Nick would have done. So the recipient of the first ever Nick Lenhart Award is Johnny Walton. So each year, all the coaches of all the different